right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostle and great millstone, our teachers, and salutations to the icon, teaching the truth of the folk on the earth and true sincerity, man. And it's basically a quick lesson just going into the recession, right? This next recession will be the worst ever, man. Worst ever, man. And with trade talks going back and forth with United States and America, hey, these things is heating up. I mean, United States. I say United States and America. I mean, United States and China, Slovakia, and these things is heating up, man. Because over Friday or Thursday, China said they would respond. Then Friday, Trump immediately responded and said that he's up in terrorists and terrorists shall go and play September 1st. Then yesterday, he said that he tried to cool down the talks so that going into today, the stock market will rise instead of going down, man. Because the fear of recession is coming, man. And a lot of people don't know that this recession is going to be the worst recession ever, man. Ever. The Lord is prophesying certain things about that, man. Let's get a couple scriptures. This Daniel, 12, verse 1. It say, at that time shall Michael stand up, the great princes will stand for the children of the people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was seen. There was a nation even in the same time. And at that time that people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in a book, man. So this time, it's going to be a time that never will be upon on the earth. We heard about the famine. We heard about the recession. Well, basically, when the money fell back in Egypt, we're going to get that in Genesis, man. And this is Egypt all over again. So when this money fell and the recession go down, man, it's going to be worse. People is really going to feel this pain. It's already articles been popping up out of nowhere, been saying, man, the recession is going to come next year. No later than next year. Because with this trade war with Donald Trump, hey, they are bringing this economy down, and soon the consumers will pay. Prices will go up. A loaf of bread that's $3 or $2 right now, which it was $1 back then, well, like a couple years ago, you're starting to creep up. And wait till that bread be $5, then $15, then $35, man. These things is gonna gradually pick up, man. Hey, look what happened to Venezuela, man. Just think about when they hit a recession, how much a carton of egg was. I believe like $175. This is nothing to play with, man. This is serious. Right. This Genesis 47, I'm gonna start at 13. It say, and there was no bread in all the land, for the famine was very short, that the land of Egypt and all the land of Canaan failing by reason of the famine. So guess what? This is time where Joseph was set up over Egypt to be second command. So when things get messed up, they went to go talk to Joseph, man. And Joseph was an Israelite, a man of the Lord. To get out of these things that's about to approaching, you got to be a man of the Lord. You got to have Yahweh Shema Shai on your side, man. That's the only way you're going to make it out these things, man. Let's read on. Because a famine is coming, which already been talked about. With all these crops failing, farmers not growing crops. Just wait. It said, and Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land. Is this the part? Right. And the land found in Egypt and the land of Canaan for the corn which they had brought, and Joseph brought the money into Pharaoh's house. And when the money felleth, Meaning what? A recession? Are we not going into a recession? Yes, it's history repeat itself. It say, in the land of Egypt and the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came into Joseph. Why did they go to Joseph? Because guess what? The spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai was with Joseph, man. Just how in them days, the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai going to be with the man of the Lord. The only people that's going to make it out this thing is the man of the Lord. So that's why a lot of these women, a lot of these people is going to come and ask questions, man. It say, and said, give us bread, for why should we die in our presence? For the money faileth. Meaning it was a reception, right? It say, and Joseph said, give your cattle, and I will give you your cattle if money fail. And they brought their cattle unto Joseph, and Joseph gave them bread in exchange for horses, and for the flocks, and for the cattle of the herds, and for the asses, and he fed them with bread for all their cattle for that year, man. So guess what? He was straight. The man of the Lord is going to be straight, because you know why? Because it is. Because a lot of people think this is a game. These things about to come manifest, man. This Isaiah 33, verse 6. It say, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. And when you look up that word stability, means your faith. So if you don't got faith in Yahweh Shema Shai, hey, you going to be messed up in that day, right? It say, in strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord is his treasure, man. Because guess what? What man ever called upon the Lord? Let's just get that scripture, man. Because these questions, man. When have the Lord ever forsaken the righteous, man? This Sirach 2 and 10. It say, look at the generation of old, and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, man? Was Joseph confounded when the Egypt fell and they went into a recession? Are we going to be confounded when we call upon the Lord and we endure to the end, man? No. It say, or did any abide in the fear and was forsaken? Well, anybody in the scriptures abide in the fear and was forsaken? What about Daniel and the lions then? What about the three holy children, man? These things surely shall happen, and we shall be delivered, man. It say, and who did ever despise that call upon him, man? Because guess what? The Lord hears the righteous prayer. It pierced the clouds, man. So how much more in that time of trouble when we've been sacrificing, giving the labor, and giving up our life for Yahweh Shema Messiah? He's not gonna come and get his sanctified. I mean his holy. This Jeremiah, because a famine will come, man. A recession is almost here. This Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. And what is this talking about? Hey, it's talking about all these atrocities that are about to come upon America. Hey, just not a recession, a famine, plagues, martial law. All these things is about to happen, man. They go hand in hand. So this day that's about approaching is nothing like it. So you heard about the Great Depression back, in 1926 or whatever like that was, man? How people died, how people was starving, how it was hard time living, right? Imagine this time when everything is about to collapse. Every ally is turning their back on America, man. North Korea, China, Russia, Iran just said that they about to create a nuclear missile that can wipe America off the map, man. And you people still don't want to come and serve Yahweh Shema Messiah? You got to be out your mind. Like, are you crazy? This Jeremiah 30:7. It say, arise, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And talking about the elect. Here we telling you that you will be saved out of this recession or this hellhole. Just serve Yahweh Shema Messiah, and you don't want to do that. So guess what? When these things come upon you, we not going to feel sorry. Why would we feel sorry for someone that we telling you these things shall surely come to pass? Because these people want the Lord to come right down now and tell you these things? No, that's not how things works. The Lord speak through his prophets, and the prophets prophesy these things, man. Let's get that. This is Jeremiah 28:8. It say, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesy both again about many countries, against great kingdoms and war and evils. And what's that evils, man? Evil days are drawing nigh. Recession, famine, atrocities, pestilence, man. And that's what it is. Diseases. That's already wrapping up, man. Plagues. It's already wrapping up, man. Why you think you might have flies in your house, and you probably clean your house spick and span, or Ebola, measles coming back? All these things is because the Yahweh Shema Messiah ordained these things, and it shall happen. He said he would smite Egypt with plagues again, man. This Ecclesiastes 12:1, and we're gonna end it out with this, man. This remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the year draw nigh, when there shall say, I have no pleasure in them, man. And the evil days are coming. When you look at evil, it just means bad times. Meaning this recession, this famine, all these things shall hit America pretty soon. Verse 2, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be darkened, nor the clouds return out of the rain. And that day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong man shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out the window be darkened, man. And that's what the days are approaching, a recession. Why you think the stock market is steady plunging, up, going down, going up, going down? It's like a roller coaster, man, because people are fearing that we might enter a recession, and they scared. They don't want to invest. They're going to look out the door, and them days going to be darkened, man. Martial law or money is not going to be worth nothing in that day, man. It say riches profit not in a day of wrath. So these things shall surely come to pass. The Lord ordained it, right? Verse 4, and the door shall be shut in the street, and the grinding shall cease. And you starting to see the grinding cease now. Why you think it's hard? People barely getting jobs. Why you think companies are shutting down on a mass scale, man? Verse 4, and the day shall be shut in the streets when the sign of grinding is low, and he shall rise up the voice of the birds, and all the daughters of the music shall be brought low, and when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper be as a burden, and desire shall fail, because man go out in his lone house in the morning about the streets, man, meaning martial law. So with that, man, hope this lesson edified, man. Hey, bad times is coming, and pretty soon a recession is approaching. So with that, I'm going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostle, great millstone, our teachers, and salutations to the Akim teaching the truth of the folk on the earth in the city, man. Till next time, I want to say, Shalom.